If you are thinking about selling your home in Oklahoma, today's video is going to save you time, stress, and potentially thousands of dollars. Because here is the truth that most sellers don't realize. Selling your home is not just about putting a sign in the yard and waiting for offers to come in. The way your home is prepared, shown, and positioned during the showing process can completely change the outcome of a sale. In today's market, buyers are paying attention to everything. So in this video, we're going to break down how showings actually work, what buyers notice the second they walk in, common mistakes sellers make before showings, and how buyer feedback can help you maximize your final sales price. One of the biggest questions that sellers ask is what actually happens when my house hits the market. Here's how the process usually works. Once your home is listed, buyers and their agents schedule private showings through your real estate agent or sometimes through a showing service. These can happen within a few hours' notice, a day's notice, or sometimes even immediately depending on the market and the situation. That means that your home needs to stay show ready. And I know that sounds exhausting, especially if you have kids, pets, if you work from home, or just lead a normal busy life. But buyers don't see your daily life. They see a first impression. And buyers, they make emotional decisions fast. Within seconds, they're already asking themselves, can I picture myself living here? That's why preparation matters so much. Now, what actually helps a home stand out? A lot of sellers think that they need a full renovation before listing, but you usually don't. Most of the time, small improvements create the biggest return. Things like decluttering countertops, removing overly personal items, fresh paint, better lighting, clean windows, neutral smells, and organized spaces. These little things create a feeling, and buyers buy feelings. A clean, bright home often feels more expensive. It feels cared for and move-in ready. And that emotional response affects offers more than people realize. One thing that I always tell sellers is you are no longer decorating for yourself. You are merchandising your home for the buyer. That mindset shift changes everything. Now let's talk about what buyers actually pay attention to during showings, because buyers are observing more than you think. They notice smells, temperature, lighting, noises, cleanliness, sometimes pet evidence, clutter, and deferred maintenance. And sometimes sellers can become blind to those things because you live with it every day. We all do. For example, maybe there's a strong pet odor that you no longer notice. Maybe a dark hallway feels normal to you. Maybe your home feels a little bit crowded because of oversized furniture. These things affect how buyers emotionally experience the property. And emotions are what drive pricing power. If buyers walk in and immediately feel comfortable, calm, and excited, they are far more likely to write a strong offer. Now, let's talk about some of the biggest mistakes that sellers make before showings. I know it feels uncomfortable having strangers walk through your home, but buyers need space to talk freely and emotionally connect to the property. If sellers are present, buyers often feel rushed. A lot of sellers get defensive when they hear buyer comments, but feedback is data. If multiple buyers are saying the same thing, too dark, overpriced, needs updating, strange layout, that feedback matters. The market is telling you something. Buyers compare your home to every property that they've seen online and in person. That means that details matter more than ever. Many sellers think that they can test the market, but the first few weeks on the market are the most important. That's when your listing gets the most attention, the most online views, the most excitement. And if buyers feel that the home is overpriced, right away they can lose momentum fast. One of the most valuable tools during the selling process is buyer feedback. It's important to understand that not every agent shows your home and then gives buyer feedback. You don't want to say something that would offend the seller and make it difficult for them to make an offer later if the buyer comes back around. But when agents do give feedback, we can learn how buyers perceive the price, what features stand out, what concerns keep coming up, and what adjustments might help generate stronger offers. Sometimes the solution is so simple. Maybe the home needs brighter lighting, maybe staging needs to be adjusted, maybe certain rooms photograph better than they show in person. Maybe pricing needs to be repositioned. The key is staying flexible and strategic. The sellers who listen to the market usually sell faster and for better terms. If you're preparing to sell your home in Oklahoma, here is the biggest takeaway from today's video. The showing process is not just logistics. It's marketing, it's psychology, and it's emotional positioning. Our goal is to create an experience where buyers walk in and instantly feel like this is the one. And when that happens, that's when you create leverage. That's when you create competition. And that's when sellers usually see the strongest results. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone thinking about selling their home in Oklahoma. And if you want expert guidance on preparing, pricing, and marketing your home for maximum results, I would love to help. For more Oklahoma real estate tips and resources, visit michellejohnsonre.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.